All right, today we're heading out to the African savanna to meet one of its most fascinating residents, the secretary bird. Now, this bird is just full of incredible contradictions. I mean, it's both elegant and, well, a lethal executioner. And we're about to unpack its biggest, most mind-blowing secret.
So here's the puzzle. How can a bird with bones so light and hollow that it can fly also deliver a kick so powerful it can literally shatter a snake's skull? And get this, it does it faster than you can blink. It just doesn't seem possible, right? It's a total paradox, and that's exactly the mystery we're going to solve today.
The answer to our mystery really starts with this number, 44 pounds. Can you believe that? That's the incredible force this bird can bring down in a single stomp. To put that in perspective, that's 5 times its own body weight. So how on earth does it manage to pack all that power into those long, slender legs? Well, let's break it down.
Okay, so to really get how that power is even possible, we've got to take a closer look at the anatomy of this master hunter. Its whole body is like this finely tuned machine, a collection of amazing biological tools that make it a true super predator.
You see, every single feature of the secretary bird is a critical piece of its hunter's toolkit. Those long, scaly legs, they're basically natural armor, protecting it from stuff like venomous snake bites. Its head is eagle-like, which gives it incredible precision when it's targeting something. And that cool-looking crest on its head, it can fan that out to intimidate prey. But the real weapons are those thick, blunt toes. That's what delivers that devastating 44-pound stomp we were talking about.
And you have to look at these eyelashes. I mean, seriously, they aren't just for show. They're actually modified feathers. They act as dust shields during a hunt, and they're also like built-in sunglasses. Cutting the harsh glare of the savanna sun, it's just pure, brilliant function.
But you know, anatomy is really only half the story. It's one thing to have all the right tools, but a super predator needs a strategy to go with them. And the secretary bird isn't just powerful, it's also incredibly clever in how it goes about its hunt.
So this is how it all comes together in this deadly 4-step process. First up, step 1, the flush. The bird stomps the ground to startle anything hiding. Then, step 2, distract. It'll use its wings and that head crest to confuse its target. Step 3 is the strike. And this is where that incredible speed comes in, a kick delivered in just 15 milliseconds. That is literally faster than you can blink, and it's aimed with lethal precision right at the head. And finally, step 4, devour. The prey is often just swallowed whole. Okay, so here's something that might surprise you. For all its fame as this legendary snake killer, it turns out snakes are only about 1% of its diet. A tiny fraction. So what's the main course? A whopping 87% of its meals are arthropods. You know, things like grasshoppers, beetles, and even scorpions. This just shows you what a practical hunter it is, fueling up on whatever's easiest to find. And speaking of clever, get this, secretary birds will actually patrol areas right after a wildfire has burned through. They totally take advantage of the chaos to snatch up small animals that couldn't get away. It's such a smart, adaptive hunting strategy. It just shows you how resourceful these birds really are.
So we've talked a lot about the solitary hunter, but let's shift gears and look at this bird's social life. Because it turns out these fierce predators are also incredibly dedicated partners. They form these bonds that are just as strong and lasting as their powerful kicks.
Now the differences between the guys and the gals are pretty subtle. The male might have slightly longer tail feathers, a few more plumes on his head, and the female can be just a little bit bigger. But honestly, what's really remarkable is their bond. Secretary birds are monogamous. They form a partnership that lasts for their entire lives. And to really cement that bond, they do something pretty spectacular. The pair will soar high up into the sky and perform these breathtaking aerial displays. They dive and they swoop in perfect harmony. It's like this dramatic, beautiful dance that reaffirms their lifelong commitment, all happening high above the savanna. And of course, that lifelong partnership is absolutely essential for the next big step, raising a family. It really does take 2 dedicated parents to raise a chick from a tiny, helpless hatchling into the formidable hunter it's going to become. It all starts right here, in what's basically a fortress of a nest. They build it together at the very top of a thorny acacia tree, for protection. And these things are huge, massive platforms that can be up to 8 feet across. They're so big and so sturdy that the pair actually uses them as a year-round home, not just for raising chicks. They just keep adding to them year after year. And a chick's journey from hatchling to hunter happens so fast, it's amazing. After about 45 days of incubation, the chick hatches. By day 40, it's already figuring out how to stand and feed itself. Just 20 days later, at day 60, it's starting to exercise its wings. And by day 80, it's ready to fledge, to leave the nest and start its long hunting apprenticeship with its parents.
You know, the secretary bird's impact goes way beyond just its role in the ecosystem. This unique creature has really captured the human imagination. It's become a powerful symbol all across the African continent. I mean, its cultural importance is just huge. The secretary bird is so revered that it's featured on the national coats of arms for both South Africa and Sudan. In folklore, it often represents wisdom and grace. It's really a true icon of Africa's wild, untamed wilderness.
So, when you put it all together, the secretary bird is so much more than just an elegant killer, right? With its confident stride across the plains and its complete mastery of the sky, it really embodies the freedom, the resilience, and that untamable spirit of the African savanna. A true marvel, walking tall on two very, very powerful legs.